Hi, I'm Heather Carrero, Applied Learning Coordinator at Korea International School. Part of our Applied Learning program is organizing off-campus trips so that students can partake in learning, which allows them to experience different cultures, different locations, and different parts of the world that they may not have gone to before. One of our trips is to Subic Bay in the Philippines. The main goals of this trip are to explore jungle survival and to also learn about both jungle and water environments. So part of that is going on a jungle survival trek where students learn skills about how the native LUT people live in the jungle. Jungle Environment Survival Training is the original, toughest survival camp in the Philippines. It was started in the late 1960s when Americans visited Subic Bay, Philippines. There, they found a group of indigenous people called LUTs and were curious how they can survive inside the forest using only their bolo or knife.
What's on the other side?
When we first arrive at Just Camp, we get to learn about the ways that we can use our natural environment to help us in the jungle. We see a demonstration of how to make fire out of bamboo, and that actually takes several steps, and it's something you really need to pay attention to if you want to be able to replicate it. And you also learn about how to drink water from different types of vines and how to identify different types of plants that you can use in the jungle. One of our goals is to teach our students how to be able to learn new skills and how to be adaptable in new environments. We also want to expand their global citizenship so that they can learn about different cultures and how those cultures have adapted.
Now, this is a vine. Okay, so you can drink water. No need to boil. Just cut, even rainy summer season. You can drink safe water. See, hold tight, tilt up, open your mouth and drink the water. This is what we call gugu shampoo. So organic shampoo, huh? But this, the one we're going to use is the fresh one. So you need to smash, huh? No harsh chemical. Yes, it's natural. Okay. So yes. So woody smell. Fourth will be the fire saw. Okay, as we can see now, we have two sides, and it looks like a canoe. But so this splash pan, we're going to rub to create friction. So we have shaving. Okay. Divide it into two. But don't forget the pressure. You have to go faster, harder. Oh, until my pants burning na, huh? Oh, see the amber? Pushing it to the shaving.
So that's why.
Oh.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Whoa! Fire!
After the demonstration, then we're ready to set out into the jungle. And so this is when students will be in smaller groups with the guides that are assigned by Just. And as they trek along the jungle, it'll probably take 4 to 5 hours to reach the campsite. All along the way, they will stop and see different natural features of the jungle.
I call it tape plant because the sides are sticky like tape.
All right, here we are in the woods. We're doing our jungle trek.
Yeah.
And we had a little incident back at the stream where we fell in the water. We changed clothes and we're better now.
We hope that through transformative journeys such as this one, students can learn self-confidence, self-reliance, and leadership skills.
We just finished our about 3-kilometer hike through the jungle, and we've wound up at Camp Jest. And what we brought with us, some okra, eggplant, tomatoes, onions, a bunch of other vegetables, potatoes that we picked up at the local market. So we just washed them in the river. Got a great source of fresh water over here, so we just washed these up, and we're about to cook them on our fire. Over here, the local style of cooking is to utilize bamboo. So you'll notice that there are 2 sort of ridges here in the bamboo, and you'll see if you look in here really closely, this is kind of hot because they just got done cooking with it. It's actually closed off there. So what they've done is they've created basically like its own little heating stove oven where they drop the rice in and they spread it out, and then they put the water in, and then they heat that up and it cooks the rice within here. So we've got 3 big things of rice for dinner.
It's such a great space for our students to be in this wilderness setting where these real and perceived risks actually make a difference in their lives, and where the solitude can allow them to get that point to just unplug and refresh. One of the most memorable things for me going on this research trip was the stars that we were able to see from such a remote place. When the students wake up in the jungle, they will be almost done with their 24 hours of jungle survival. So they basically need to get up, get their breakfast, pack up, and get ready to hike out of the jungle so that they can go on to their next adventure, which is to learn the basics of sailing.
My bag there because I don't have any pockets in these pants. That's the only bad thing about these pants.
Subic Sailing is a company that offers lessons of all levels for beginner sailors to advanced, and they also host international regattas, and they're known all over the Philippines and the region for being a place where people can go and learn to sail.
The boat that we will use has 3 sails. Okay, we have the main, the jib, and the spinnaker. This is the closest angle that you can go into the wind. If you go higher to the no sail zone, what will happen is your sail will luff. There has to be communication. You have to be in sync with each other to really handle the boat. So it takes a lot of teamwork. Sailing for me is like riding a bike. Especially at a young age, it becomes natural. You become more in sync with nature. So it can accommodate more people.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so you push the rudder. Okay, boom, swing. Hold here. The boat will be steering. Okay. Balance the boat. Okay, balance the boat.
Yeah, go Nate!
When students learn about how to maneuver their sails, they will see that a lot of what they're learning relates back with things that they are also doing in their physics classes, even in their math classes. And so this is such an awesome way for students to apply their learning in a real life situation. In addition to the jungle and the sailing, students can also have the opportunity to go kayaking and explore a mangrove. The mangroves create a unique habitat where students can see different types of birds and different animals and different kinds of fish, and they can also learn from the guides about how the mangrove protects the area and that whole ecosystem. Through our applied learning programs at KAS, we hope that their on-campus and off-campus experiences can help them to focus on these 5 areas. That would be outdoor education, community engagement, global citizenship, nature education and sustainability, as well as character and leadership. I think that this particular trip in the Philippines is great for someone who wants to challenge themselves physically, who wants to learn new concrete skills, whether that be about surviving in the jungle or sailing a boat. You know, I think this trip is great for someone with that sense of adventure, someone who wants to take on that personal challenge and also enjoy remote places and the solitude of being out in nature.